everyone, today I wanted to share a quick video of how I am planning on meal prepping and planning to make our food this upcoming week on only $70. So I'm currently at our local Sam's Club picking up some some frozen broccoli. I really like getting frozen broccoli here because I feel like the packages are bigger and it just seems to be more economical. So I'm here at Sam's Club, and then I'm gonna run over to our local Walmart, which is just like a stone's throw away from where I am now, and I'll pick up the rest of our groceries. Like I said, I think the total was about $70, but once I get both final receipts, I will add it up and give you an exact total. So I'm excited to share with you what my plans are with the meals I've gotten and kind of my method of how I planned everything out.
Okay, so I'm home from the store now, and it's been a bit. We've gotten lunch, baby's down for a nap. I'm gonna now take time to show you the method behind how I like to meal plan and what I have planned for this upcoming week. Okay, so let's start right here, and let me explain to you what I was thinking. So I like to find food items that I have already that I need to use up. So for this meal right here, we're going to be making some breakfast burritos. So I had potatoes that I needed to use. So that's going to go in that. I had all these peppers that I bought last week that we need to use. So that's going to go in it. And then I have these tortillas that I bought like 2 weeks ago. And so we need to use those. And so that's going to go with that. And we have some onions. So that will go with that. And then I have these black beans. So that's how I try to plan, is what do I have that I need to use up and what can I make with that. So that's the first one, is breakfast burritos. And I'm going to add here really quick, my husband is not fully plant-based, and so I did buy some ground beef at the store. So and eggs, I should say that. So he's gonna have eggs in his, which is fine. So I did buy eggs, and so that's gonna be his option. And I am probably just gonna do the beans and not tofu scrambled eggs. I still haven't cut that. I don't like that taste yet. I'm not totally converted yet to tofu scramble. So that's meal one. Okay, so here is meal two. So I had tofu in the fridge. I already had a thing of cauliflower from last week. I have some pasta that I need to use up. So we are going to make tofu and cauliflower parmesan spaghetti and pasta. So that's how I'm going to use up the tofu, the cauliflower, and the pasta. And I got the broccoli, like I mentioned earlier, at Sam's Club. So that's going to be our side. And then I did get a thing of sauce to go with it. So that is another meal. All right, so for this meal, I'm going to be making Cafe Rio style burritos. So if you've ever been to Cafe Rio, their sweet pork is very popular. So to make it plant-based, we're going to be using mushrooms. I had these mushrooms from last week that I need to use, and I got some portobello mushrooms to potentially need to use it if we need to. If not, this could be another dish altogether. So we're going to use some of the tortillas from this packet to go with that. I'll shred this up, and then we have enchilada sauce and green chilies, and then I'm going to make a chimichurri sauce. I got some cilantro. So that will go over rice that I have. If I have any extra black beans, that will also go with this meal. And then another meal, if we have any leftover peppers, if not, I'm going to use this jar that I already had in my cupboard for the roasted red peppers to make some lentil nachos. And this is going to be coming out in our spring meal guide. So I'm really excited to try this. This is one of our teammates that made this up. So I'm going to do that. So I had already these lentils. So we're going to use that. Again, we'll use peppers if they're not used up. If not, I'll use this jar of roasted red peppers that we already had. And I already have these cashews plus more in the cupboard that will go to make the nacho cheese sauce. And then if I don't use up this whole jar of roasted red peppers, I will make some roasted red pepper pasta. So I'll make a sauce with the rest of this and pour over any leftover pasta that we have. So hopefully my method to the madness there makes sense. I try to think of, and first I look through our pantry to see what do I have, like produce or grains that I need to up, or like I said, tofu, all the different produce I showed you. What do I need to use up? And then base the meals for the next week on that, so that for one, I'm using up what we already have, and I'm like shopping for my pan. And this has been saving us a lot of money. So our goal right now is to really drastically cut down our grocery budget. And this is helping, I believe. So I will show you next. I'll do a screenshot of my order and show you all that I ordered. This is not everything right here, but this is just what I'm using for these particular meals. This is not including breakfast, but we will have simple things like smoothies. We have frozen fruit and frozen spinach and oatmeal. I have oats, and I have some frozen hash browns and frozen bell peppers and onions that I'll use for like a hash brown breakfast. And then we'll make pancakes with like wheat flour that we already have. So we keep those pretty simple. And but yeah, that's how I like to go about meal planning, is just finding what I have already in the house and what needs to be used up.
Breakdown of what I got at Walmart today. As you can see, the cilantro, mushrooms. I like to get 12 bananas each time, and then they eventually do start to ripen up through the week, and then I'll freeze them for either to make some nice cream, which is, you know, just ice cream without the dairy, just blended up frozen bananas, or we love to put them in smoothies. So I always get a lot of bananas, apples for snacks, oranges for snacks, limes to put on our Mexican dishes, lemons. I'm going to try just a simple little smoothie this week that has lemons, more oranges. We love to buy avocados each week to make guacamole, and then I will make a nice big green salad with the lettuce plus these carrots that I got, and then just a few other things. There's pasta sauce, the corn tortillas, the eggs like I mentioned, out of curry powder, enchilada sauce, ground beef for my husband like I mentioned, milk, and then just that. So as a total of $73.89 with that. So not bad. And like I said, there's a couple things like the ointment was $10, so really it was, and then we got these little flossers for our kids. It was really about $60 I spent in groceries here at Walmart this week. Like I mentioned, I got the frozen broccoli, so that was $6.48. So really it was about $65. And then we just got toilet paper because we like to get that in bulk there. So everything came out to be about $65 for our groceries this week.
So I hope that was helpful to give you an idea of where my brain goes when it comes to meal planning. And just to let you know, we are a family of 5, 2 adults, a 4-year-old, 2-year-old, and a 3-month-old. So my 4-year-old will not be thrilled about everything. So when it comes to what they will eat, they'll eat like the beans, the pasta, the vegetables, potatoes. They'll probably eat the meat that my husband will cook as well. They love the beans. I'll make muffins. So they will eat like individual aspects of the meal. They're not always totally on board with what the whole meal itself, how I like to eat it and how my husband would eat it, but they'll eat the stuff. They love the frozen food. They'll eat a lot of that too. So just to give you an idea of the size of our family, and we are in Texas. I don't know if that would help to you kind of, the prices might be more expensive where you are, but I hope this shows you that you can eat a healthy, well-balanced, plant-based diet on a budget, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to do it. I think we're going to have a great week of meals, and I'm excited to see how this all turns out. So I will show you again another time what we have planned, and I'll see you then.